to the human voice is the violin. Broke a string?
No, didn't break. It just came off a bit.
No?
Yeah, just gonna fix it up in a second. Well, then it's great. I just have to fix the little things here. The strings is nothing.
When we moved to Florida 26 years ago, we had a relative that was here who was a violin player, and we took it to him to look at it, and he said, "This is a wonderful violin." He wanted to take it to his friend who was. His name was Ben Daly. Ben Daly did all of the instrument repair for the Miami Heavies. He was a very renowned specialist in.
He was, when he was alive.
Yeah. So we took it to him to look at. We drove all the way down to Miami and showed it to him. And it had come apart. There was a hole. The top piece had come up, and you could stick your fingernail in there. There was a hole in it.
Space between the top and the edge.
So he looked at it, he played it, and he said, "It's amazing that it sounds so good with a hole in it." He says, "I'd like to fix it." So I said, "Well, I can't afford to have it fixed." He said, "No, you don't understand." He says, "This is a wonderful violin." He says, "It's not a Stradivarius," because he saw the label inside. He says, "It's not a Stradivarius. I think it's something better." So he said, "If you will allow me to fix it for you, I will fix it, and I won't charge you anything." I said, "Well, why would you do that?" He says, "Because I just want to have the honor of touching your violin and working on it."
This was back in the 80s, right?
Yeah, 1986. So we left it with him, and my cousin said he's a good guy. He's okay.
Wow.
And about a month went by, and he didn't call. So I called him. I said, "Do you still have my violin, or did you sell it?" He said, "I still got it." He says, I'm just very nervous about opening it up." He says, "The only way to fix it is to take the top off. And I have to do that with a hot knife, a red hot knife, and do it all the way around, do it evenly, and I have to do it very carefully so I don't damage anything." So he says, "It's like a diamond cutter who cuts diamonds. That's what it's like."
Wow.
So he said, "When I feel strong enough to do it, I will do it." And he was in his 70s then. So about 3 weeks later he called, and he said, "I worked on it 3 weeks, took me 3 weeks to get the top off." Because he says, "You got to have a red hot knife, and you can only do like 1/8 of an inch at a time to melt the glue."
Wow.
And he took it off, and then he said, "You have to come down here, I have to talk to you." So I said, "Okay." So we came down there, and he said, "I took your violin to the head music professor at the University of Miami after I got the cover off, the top off. And I showed it to him. And he agrees with me that it is an Amati, because it has a one-piece back, and he says it's pearwood. He says, if it's not pearwood, it's not an Amati. But as far as they know, it is pearwood. And then he showed me, we have video of it.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
still have it?
Yeah, I have it.
It's long gone, but there are pencil marks inside there that say Amati, 1632. And he says the label is fake. Somebody picked it up somewhere, put the label in and sold it because that was the thing to do back then in the 1800s. So I looked, I couldn't see it. Elaine looked, she couldn't see it. What's
No.
wrong with you? Can't you see it? I can see it. And Ben looked at it, and Ben says, I can see it.
I can see it.
I never saw it.
No,
I mean,
never
to me,
saw it.
I'd love to fix the two strings here. One was just placed wrong. It was just in the wrong direction. The other two are fine.
Oh,
One was just placed in the wrong direction, so I have to restring it.
yeah, go on.
And one just came off because it was too much in the wrong direction. So,
Sure.
so I have to put a new D string. So I could check if I have one extra on my violin and go through it.
Everyone told me it says 1632 in it, but I can't see it. I didn't see it. And from what I understand, there are 7 Amati violins still here.
There's 7 of them?
7 of them in the
No,
world.
no.
That's
The businessman just paid $50 million for a Strad.
So you're right.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah, for a Strad. But it was a very famous Strad. It had a name.
Yeah.
It had a name.
Oh, it's because they're already owned by collectors, and
Yeah.
somebody wanted to repossess them because there's so few in
Exactly.
the world. Just for the title, some people have so much
Yeah.
money. Yeah.
Did
I
you
mean,
ever
it wasn't just a Strad. It was a.
It was a special Strad.
Did you ever
special
get to
Strad.
play a Stradivarius?
Hmm?
Did you ever get to play one?
Not yet. I think it's gonna happen soon. You like what they do?
Have you ever held an Amati before then? No.
I did.
You did?
I believe so. But
Well, from what I understand, there's only 6 or 7 of them in the world.
Because the wood rots.
Because the parawood disintegrates.
yeah.
And he said that was garbage, somebody put that on. He also showed me where the stem was shortened. He said that used to be a longer stem, it had been shortened like 2.5 inches to come up with today's, with the modern's length.
You did a good job not selling it, that's for sure.
So he
Yeah,
made
this
that out of
lady offered
rosewood.
500 for it.
The
I said,
fingerboard
"No,
was
Dad, don't
rosewood,
do
and the
that,
chin was
remember?"
rosewood.
Wow.
And he
Yeah, that's
measured,
small.
measured my chin and he made it to fit my chin.
Yeah, that's small stuff, that's just extras.
Yeah.
The most important is the wood and the stuff.
Yeah.
It was a much lighter color. He refinished it, and I was very upset because I wanted to leave it. And he said, no, you can't leave it.
What?
But he made it much, much darker. It was a much lighter color.
The rosewood
looks
he
nice,
showed me
though.
that he was going to use to make the violin, to make the fingerboard with, was a big hunk of wood that came out of the bass fiddle. And he said that wood is 200 years old. And I said, well, why would you do that? I can't afford that. He says, I'm not asking you to pay a penny. He says, I'm going to do it free. And he did all that for free. And I came to pick
You
up the
ha- you
violin.
have
He
to
said,
tell
how much?
him.
I said, nothing. He says, I want to thank you for the privilege of working on your violin.
You have to understand
Then
something.
he asked me a question, before he started working on it.
Yeah, well, we just need the decent.
I would charge you for fixing it.
But you still paid him something.
Yeah, I gave him a check for $200. The wood alone was worth more than that.
Yeah, maybe I can make a call even tomorrow, just to
Okay.
some expert, appraisal person, and tell him
Awesome.
and ask him what if it is an Amati, what will it be worth?
Wow.
Because I know, it's really
So,
great people for appraising.
and then he also said he wanted to buff up the finish because it was very, very
Dull.
dull.
It was
very
dull.
And
But
I
it was
said,
much
I
lighter
don't
in
want you to
color.
put any varnish on it. He says, no, I won't varnish it.
He did though.
No, I don't think he did.
But it's varnish. It's got varnish
It
on it.
never shined like this before. Look at
No, it never had a shine before.
that. He
Yeah,
buffed
it's been
it up.
varnished.
He said there was enough varnish on there to buff up and make it shiny.
But it's pretty to
It
look
looked like
at
an
now.
orange
Before it
print.
wasn't pretty. It looked like it was 200 years old.
सोना सोना रूप है हमको गुरूर है लुट जाओगे तुम्हारा बाप कुड़ी मैं हसीन हूँ थोड़ी नमकीन हूँ मर जाओगे तुम्हारा बाप आग लगाएगी धूम मचाएगी शामत आएगी जवानी आई है कयामत आई है
Work like that too, not this one.
No, this
सोना सोना रूप है उस पे गुरूर है लुट गए हम तो हैरान नशे दी है प्याली घायल कर गए ओ लबों की लाली
प्यारी प्यारी मैं हूँ एक चिंगारी छुओ ना हो मैं हूँ कुंवारी
बने मेरी घरवाली ये लाल परांदे वाले गोरे गाल गुलाबी
What do you think?
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, I may try it a later time just to change the bridge direction, but for now. No, don't touch me.